welcome back for episode 2 of Let's Preview Gabriel Knight, Sins of Father 20th Anniversary Edition. And boy, that is a mouthful. We last left off in the bedroom, fiddling with the phone and dialing numbers we probably shouldn't be dialing. And we'll resume exploring the room and seeing what, how much of a slob Gabriel is.
A little cold bubbly and brie cheese is about all Gabriel's fridge ever has in it.
Ew. Let's see what we got here.
Gabriel, shut that refrigerator, please. Oh, I can smell it from here.
Whim.
Huh. Aha, he loves his cheese. Aha, yeah.
My bathroom. I've got to get around to cleaning up in there. I don't need to, thanks.
The medicine cabinet contains a few old prescriptions, personal hygiene stuff, and lots of hair products.
Huh.
I'll take this hair gel. You never know when
Hey.
you need a touch-up.
We got stuff. Grab all the things, why don't we? Alright, let's go to bed. Can we go to bed? Will we go?
It's no use. I can't sleep.
You didn't even try. I just look at my bed too and I just go, I can't sleep.
It's Gabriel's bed, unmade as usual.
No, I make my bed.
Gabriel likes subdued lighting in his studio.
I'll just leave it on. My hair looks perfect the way it is at the moment.
A poster on the wall advertises Mardi Gras, the biggest party of the year in New Orleans.
Now, I've been to New Orleans about 10 years ago, so I was at like Bourbon Street and French Quarter and all that stuff.
If I threw those pages away, they weren't worth reading.
Fortunately, I mean, I was there before Katrina hit. I still hear to this day that New Orleans is not quite the same as it used to be.
The Creole Grandams will hold their annual Gardenia Festival in Tea this coming Tuesday at the Sons of Burgundy Hall.
Gabriel's mini stereo
Huh.
isn't exactly high fidelity. Then again, neither is he.
Late 80s, early 90s. Cassette tapes, CDs, I think. That was the technology still back then.
The dresser holds a meager supply of underwear and 38 pairs of mismatched socks.
Wow.
Knight. Gabriel Knight. In case someone wants to know.
She's our own thing.
Personal.
Ah,
You've already got me, you lucky devil.
ego.
Handsome, isn't he?
Yup.
Several dozen books, including a few of Gabriel's novels, occupy the shelves above his desk. Gabriel doesn't feel like reading right now.
I would assume since his books are in the back and not up front, when writing that would be reference material. Alright, let's go talk to Grace, finally. I dilly-dallied long enough.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Now here we are in the new portrait system versus the old game where it was just a black background and static heads with moving lips. Now we got fully fleshed heads and faces that will like animate, breathe, and whatnot.
What do you know about voodoo?
I didn't know much of anything about it until you started researching it for your book. Now I know that it's active in the city. There's that shop and museum. It can clearly be dangerous in the wrong hands. You should be careful investigating it.
Very good.
What do you know about voodoo?
I've told you all I know. Sorry I can't be more help.
What do you know about voodoo?
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Just what I read in the papers, same as you.
I do know voodoo is kind of like one of the origins of where zombies come from. I think everyone would know that one.
Did you find any good voodoo resources for me?
The best in the city are supposedly the Dixieland Drugstore and the Historical Museum of Voodoo. Both are right here in the French Quarter.
How would I ever manage without you?
You? Give me a break. The devil himself couldn't change you.
Well, if the devil had great legs, perhaps. Like yours.
And a riveting personality, I'm sure. If you need any more research done, just ask. It's not as though we're swamped with customers.
Damn. That's how you get shot down.
Do you have messages for me?
Your friend Detective Mosley called. Talkative, isn't he?
Especially with you. What did he want?
He told me to tell you that his mother's maiden name is Humphrey, and that he left some photos for you at the station, at the front desk.
It's about time.
Let me guess. This has to do with the voodoo murders, right? Some kind of inside police information? Did you tell him you'd put him in your new book?
Maybe. A writer has a certain obligation to his readers, you know.
Gabriel, you know you'll never put him in your book. Your main character's a female orthodontist. You're gonna be reincarnated as a pit bull if you keep screwing with your karma.
As long as it's a male pit bull with a really big...
That's enough. Thanks.
Wow. Well, I think it's apparent, safe to say that Gabriel, you know, if you're familiar with the series, Gabriel is a big-time womanizer. Joy. See what else is up.
Do you have messages for me?
You got a call from someone named Wolfgang Ritter. He was calling from Germany. He told me it was urgent. Maybe you should give him a call.
Call Germany? Like hell. If it's really important, he'll call back.
Well, fine. Let's just hope he's not with the German lottery for pitiful American authors.
Huh.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I've only been here 2 months, but I love it. It's so much more alive than any place I've been. It feels like anything's possible here.
Anything indeed.
Tell me about yourself, Grace.
What do you want to know?
Oh boy, lots of topics. Let's ask her for a date.
How come we haven't gone out yet?
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. Soon as I get it, I'll let you know, okay?
Lobotomies.
How do you like working at St. George's Books?
Well, it's not exactly a huge intellectual challenge. Although the math in your record books could confuse Einstein.
Ah.
Still, I love old books. And it's a nice way to pay the bills while I explore the city for a summer. If you ever pay me, that is.
Wow.
What do you do after work?
I either go to my oil painting class or my Tai Chi. You know that.
You can go overboard with this improving yourself stuff. You don't want to alienate us mere mortals.
Oh, I suppose I should just allow my mind and body to atrophy.
Works for me. How old are you?
Old enough to know about men like you.
Ooh, burn.
Just tell me anything at all.
I just got my master's in history and classics. My folks wanted me to go on right away for my PhD, but 18 years of school was enough. I needed a break.
Wonder if that's counting middle school, high school, and all that jazz.
Nothing, I guess. Never mind. Tell me about yourself, Grace.
What do you want to know?
Oops.
Nothing, I guess.
Guess we already did that. I'm gonna skip some of these only because I don't want to spoil the game too much.
Do you have messages for me?
Your grandmother called.
I keep meaning to get over there. What did she say? Did she sound good?
She sounded great. We had a nice little chat about you.
Grace.
Don't worry, I didn't go into detail about your cardinal sins. Not that anything about you could surprise her. She adores you anyway.
She's my girl.
And she sent over that box on the table for you.
Let's see, focus research.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
If anything.
I can't think of anything.
Nothing at all. Well, we got a hint here. Let's grab this box. Item get.
Gabriel looks fondly at his father's sketchbook and charcoal pencil. Images haunt the pages of Philip Knight's sketchbook, the way they must have haunted his mind. The images touch a deep chord in Gabriel. So familiar are they that he finds it hard to believe they aren't from his own subconscious.
Alluding to something important here. Alright, we'll finally leave this bookstore here and see what's up in the
Dramatic,
world
isn't
of
it?
New Orleans.
Gabriel didn't eat for 3 weeks after splurging on that coat. He has a thing for black leather. Dramatic, isn't it?
Okay, oops.
I've got some things I need to do.
Good luck.
A cutscene. We got 3 things that flashed on our screen. 2 different places we can look. I'm actually gonna go check out some of the other scenes that didn't flash, just to kind of show the game a little bit more of the scenery, rather than spoiling and trying to get too far ahead of the game. We're in the cathedral.
Gabriel might need the goodwill, but he can't afford to make a donation right now.
Nope. Horror bookshop owner.
At least the cherub is an aesthetic way of asking for donations.
I guess it's one way of putting it. Let's go confess.
Curtain confessionals are a subtle, old-fashioned presence on the left of the nave. Someone is in that confessional. Gabriel will have to wait.
About the other one.
Someone is in that confessional. Gabriel will have to wait.
Oh, that's a busy priest.
Curtain confessional.
Seen that?
Flags of the world are displayed from the upper story. A
Interesting.
promotion of universal harmony, no doubt.
Again, that's one way of putting it. Symbolic. The altar.
The chancel of St. Louis Cathedral consists of a raised dais, an altar, 2 pedestals, and a choir area.
And the pews.
Rows of pews line each side of the nave's aisle.
What I like to think with Star Citizen is pew 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 pew. Ah. Pew pew pew. All right, let's go to Jackson Square. There's a lot going on here. So this is the new remake of the Jackson Square. Instead of 4 screens, we streamlined it into one giant scene.
Nice flowers. Not that a real man would notice something like that.
Huh.
I don't need any flowers. They'd probably just get crushed on my bike anyway.
I suppose.
You white-faced geek, you want to eat my fist?
The mime. I think I've seen a couple back in my day. Don't have too many here in Vegas, that's for sure. And now he's stalking me. A very bored mime, that's for sure.
Knock it off, you, before I shove this washboard down your throat.
Oh.
A Cajun band. Inventive as always with their instruments. Is having a good old time on the lawn.
Ooh.
Funny how catchy that toe tapping can be.
Alrighty, that's the end of this episode for Let's Play Gabriel Knight 20th Anniversary Edition, Sins of the Father. And I'll check you guys next episode.